Isn't it funny how sometimes you wake up feeling like Goliath, an unstoppable behemoth that can conquer anything in their path? And sometimes you wake up feeling like David, a minnow in size and stature, but determined, unwavering, a plucky underdog with enough spirit to realize any dream you can dream up. And sometimes you wake up feeling like a tiny little beetle, crawling through the muck where David and Goliath are fighting. And you think to yourself, who am I to even be on the battlefield? I don't deserve to be caught in the crossfire. How dare I fantasize about doing anything of any meaning at all? On those days when you wake up and groggily untether yourself from the blackness of unconsciousness, unseal your eyelids and are greeted by an abrasive panoramic explosion of color, you think to yourself, nope, not for me, not today. Today I just want to be a nothing. Now, if I heard someone say this on a podcast, my first instinct would probably be to think that that person sounds clinically depressed. But the fact is, everyone I've ever asked, even the happiest people I know, say every now and then they have this kind of day, a beetle day. Sometimes one of the tiny engineers inside our heads just forgets to tighten the valve on the serotonin pipe, and all that happy brain juice leaks onto the floor. It's part of the human condition. Now, if you're a good boss, you say to that engineer, accidents happen, and you try and accept the situation and move on. I think there is wisdom in trusting that occasionally being blue, even very blue, is normal. We fall prey to forgetting that, to thinking that because we woke up feeling depressed, we need to reassess our missions, our relationships, our whole lives. And sometimes we should. If you string enough down days together, maybe something is deeply wrong. But if you simply wake up feeling down and are unable to instantly pinpoint the cause, it can be worth reminding yourself that this feeling will likely pass. And it's so hard to do that while you're feeling down. I know it is. I have to wrestle with sadness and frustration like my life depends on it. But I have to be very clear. I'm not wrestling with those emotions in an attempt to subdue them or defeat them. In fact, it's the exact opposite. I'm wrestling with the part of me that just won't accept the feeling as a passing emotional cloud. That part of me that wants it to be gone so badly, it's willing to throw the baby out with the bathwater. That part of me that wants a knee-jerk reaction to fix things. And I have lots of personal favorite flavors of knee-jerky. One flavor is wanting to go back to sleep. Another is wanting to skip work and watch movies. Sometimes I want to buy something, a piece of technology that I don't need. Sometimes I want to drink or smoke weed. Sometimes I want to do an entire career 180. And if I think back to earlier periods of my life, I would, without a doubt, do one or more of those things when I woke up feeling bad. I was willing to feel bad for about half an hour, and then it's straight to bringing in the dopamine reinforcements. The team of tiny, shady, freelance brain engineers who know how to get instant results. But you pay through the nose for it, because the way that they fix you is to cut a hole in the bottom of your dopamine reserve tank so that it just floods into your brain. But then your tank is dry for weeks. Yes, I am determined to force this analogy. But the difference between me then and now is that now I know about the power of acceptance, and I know about the power of impermanence. I know that there are moments where I feel bad, and I know the smart move is to just be okay with those moments. Because every bad feeling in my entire life has ended. That axiomatically has to be true because I feel good right now. How could I feel good if every bad feeling hadn't passed? So yes, when I wake up feeling like the beetle, I still have all those cravings. All the same desires to fix things straight away with something drastic. But I never act on them because I know that the things I crave don't make me feel better. Not in the long term. The things that make me feel better are the things I don't want to do in that moment, such as something productive towards a goal I care about, or some exercise, or socializing with another human being. I've been through this loop enough times to know that those are the things that always soften the pain, and that my vices always magnify the pain. So next time you wake up not as David or Goliath, but as the beetle, just try and remind yourself that the emotional roller coaster is normal. And unfortunately, it goes forever. The reality is we can't get off it. Now, the phrase emotional roller coaster has quite a negative connotation, but it's worth remembering. The point of a roller coaster is to maximize sensory stimulation without ever putting us in any real danger. Emotions on their own can't hurt us. It's how we act when we feel emotions that hurts us. What if we tried to keep that in mind wherever we are on the roller coaster's serpentine parabolic tracks, crawling up or cascading down, and instead of screaming to get off, we just try and enjoy the ride?